you mentioned the Nintendo Switch too, and that was a funny little I'm living in Canada moment because it was this huge product release, both in the US and Canada, and it wasn't even the product, it was the pre-order day. So this product released for pre-order through certain retail sites and just kind of universally crashed the internet for those retailers. And, our kiddo's a big gamer. I kind of had it in my mind like, oh, let's make sure we get one pre-ordered. She'll really want to have her Switch when it releases.
Yeah, me too. I'm very excited about the new Switch.
Yeah. I missed the go live on Walmart at midnight because I was already asleep. But apparently that crashed out horribly anyway, so I don't know that I would have gotten one on Walmart. But when I woke up, I was like, oh, okay, so they're already sold out at Walmart. I'll just be waiting when Best Buy opens. And sure enough, I was on the site at 9 a.m. when it went live, and just Best Buy.ca just shit the bed. The whole site crashed down. You could get in a waiting queue. It didn't work. So I was sitting there at my desk and I was like, well, who else is going to be making this available? And I saw that GameStop was going to start selling it in store when the stores opened and wouldn't be selling it online for another 2 hours. So I was like, well, I know where the nearest GameStop is. So I hopped on the subway, went over, and I waited in line it was the 1990s when I was waiting for concert tickets. I waited in line with all the other nerds. And trust me, we were all nerds.
Didn't somebody shout something at the line?
Yeah. I've never seen so many stupid people in my life. And I was like, how un-Canadian of you.
That wasn't very polite.
Yeah. And so it was funny. I got in line for it a half hour before the store opened. And then I waited in that line for 2 hours. And sure enough, I got to the front and I pre-ordered my Switch too. It worked. It was very old school. But I think that was really the only way I could have pre-ordered a Switch that day, was to go and just do it in person because nothing was working online.
I remember you told me that as you were standing in line, you kept having to remind yourself that they weren't constantly selling out online because all of the online portals were down. It was only the people physically standing in line, I guess, at GameStops, right? That was the only one.
Yeah.
And so if you were one of those people, and how many people could that possibly have been? In the hundreds or maybe in the thousands? Not in the millions of people that would be flooding a website, right?
Right. I was on the Eastern time zone, so I was at the first stores that opened. Nothing was being sold online. Yeah, you do have this culture of when something becomes available online, you're like, oh God, it's going to be gone in 2 minutes. And maybe that's only because I've dealt with so much of this gamer crap and it all just sells out instantly. Yeah. But yeah, if you're 5, 10, 30 minutes into something being for sale, you just get this sinking feeling in your stomach and you're like, oh, it's sold out. It's obviously all gone now. But I waited in that line for 2 hours and they weren't all gone because sales were only happening as fast as human beings could help human beings. So that was interesting.
Well, the kiddo and I salute you and I'm really excited.